Here they come. They are waiting on their mama. I was out there this morning with the dog and saw the 4 babies. Or 5 babies, I mean. And they didn't come without their mama, though. Ooh. Now. They saw me, but they didn't. They waited till their mama flew back in. I don't know where she goes at night. They're happy because some other mallards flew in. They got in a fight with the mallards that were here, and they all took off. So Muscovy have all the bird feeder pickings to themselves. Look at the feathers starting to come in on the yellow ducks. You can see that's Minnie's ear. Or the dark ducks still look the same. Oh no, I can see a little bit coming in on that one. Through the phone magnified, I can see it. So, yeah, they're gonna turn into adults before long. Okay, to me this is kind of a bad sign. Mama Muscovy has a male hanging around her. At least he's not beating up on her, I guess, at the moment. When I say beating up on her, that's copulation. It's pretty violent. In fact, we had one, Brokewing's mama, was drowned by a male trying to mate with her. But they're all still in quiet here, so I guess that's a good sign. All the babies are still there. He hasn't killed them or anything. That's another thing that's happened. The males have wanted to mate with the mom who had a young brood, and the males have started picking off the young ones so that she would mate again. When I was out there, they come right up to me, except the male, he stands off. And Minnie has started, I always take Minnie out with me, and she at first ignored them, but now she started kind of chasing them. So, there's that. There's a tufted titmouse at the feeder. There was a blue jay and a red-bellied woodpecker while I've been focusing on the Muscovy. Mama's moving. Let's see what the big male does. He's so much bigger than her. I don't know if you can tell that here. That is so much bigger than her. Not sure where she's going. Sometimes she goes to my garage door because she knows that's where I come out of with the feeders. And then there's, just outside the garage door, that's Minnie hitting the camera, is where I'll dump some feeders when I want to, get rid of what's in the bottom and clean them. And so she knows that's a spot where I sometimes dump seeds or peanuts. So that's them. You know what? I want to zero in on the coloration of these two here. See them changing? I don't know what color they'll be. Boy, the white ones, you can really see how much they're changing. The dark ones, I'm not seeing it as much, just because of the contrast isn't as great. The mama duck and that male are here too. And we have a little water in the pond from some rain we had. Not much. I was worried when this male showed up. Not this one. That's mama. I was worried when the male showed up that she might abandon these because that happened before. See, there he is. Or that he might harm them to get her, in order to get her to breed with him. But we've had that before where she went off and, not her, but went off and bred again and then didn't come back to her old brood until she had babies again. Well, she just kind of abandoned them. So that's where we are on May 26th. Well, I think we're going to get more duck babies because this male that's been hanging out with her just all of a sudden now is mating with her in my front yard, or trying. He's just really violent. He's pulling all the feathers on her head. The babies are all here going, what the heck is going on? Or Mama, he's pulling your feathers out, but at least he's on the ground, because one year the mama got drowned in the pond because of this, holding her under. And he's been so nice and just hanging out with the family, and then all of a sudden, boom, he just jumped on her just now. Tough being a woman. Sounds like a Tammy Wynette song, isn't it? Oh wow, he just fell over. He's exhausted. Minnie's watching now. He's like, wow, thank goodness that's over. But that means we'll probably get a second brood. Ooh, what's that? Did I just see his willy hanging out there? I think I did. Okay, it's retracted now. Otherwise, it's going to have to be a National Geographic or R-rated, one of the two. Alright, these guys are hanging out in our yard because their mama has not been around for a couple days. I suspect she is sitting on eggs after mating with the male. And they keep coming to me. Good, I'm glad they're moving away. Normally they walk up towards me. I keep telling them, I am not your mama. Do not imprint on me. It's starting to rain. The pond's getting a little low, so that's good. The mallard's over there with her babies. I'm only seeing 4. The other day when she was, I saw 5, so. Let's get a good look at one of these white ones, because I've never had them before. So. Well, the pond is low again, and I just wanted to get an update before I closed out this video. I was just editing to let you know what's going on with the Muscovy. I'm going to call them the spring Muscovy because they are the first brood of their moms this spring, and I think she's off having another one. But as you can see, the 3 dark ones are here. Mama, we haven't seen her in about probably 2 weeks, I'm gonna say. And then maybe 5 or 6 days ago, we quit seeing the 2 white ones. I don't know what happened to them. All we get now are these 3 dark ones. And there hasn't been a lot of water in the pond lately. Kind of comes and goes. And so they kind of hang out here, which is where the water falls into the storm drains, because there's almost always water there, so they just hang out in that little area. Yeah, they have no parents, and they lost 2 siblings, or I don't know what happened to the other 2 siblings. I shouldn't say they lost them. They usually stay together. They might be up in the drainage ditches on the busy road, but that's kind of scary. They usually don't stay there, so permanently, you know, sometimes they'll walk over there. Not necessarily this brood, but, you know, in the past, all the Muscovy that have been in the area have done that. They'll walk over there when the 2 retention ponds in my neighborhood are empty, but they prefer the ponds over the drainage ditch. And it's a scary road they go across. Many a duck has been hit there. Haven't seen Mama Mallard either. I'll include her shots in a separate video because this one's gotten kind of long. But basically at one point she had 6 or 7 babies, I think it was 7. And she had 5, and then she had like 7, and then she was down to 4, and I just haven't seen her. So, although it's hard to count mallards if they're on the lake. The lake. Listen to me, if they're on the pond. So these guys come in my yard for foods and shade, and they actually like my next door neighbor's house even better because it has a big oak tree, and they like the shade of that because it is hard and sunny in Florida. But today's not as bad as it has been, so they're over here where they're most comfortable, which is by water. Thanks for watching.